Ever tried to take a cute family photo only to end up with awkward poses, stiff smiles, and kids who just don't want to cooperate? Yep, I've been there. A lot. You tell your little one to stand still and smile, and instead they wiggle, run away, or give you that forced, cheesy grin. Meanwhile, the adults are not sure where to place their hands, and before you know it, everyone looks a little uncomfortable. But what if I told you that getting natural, beautiful family photos is actually easier than you think? Hey friends, I'm Rose. As a mom, photographer, and creative entrepreneur, I know how special it is to capture those fleeting family moments. But I also know how awkward and stressful it can be to get everyone looking good in a photo, especially kids. So in this video, I am sharing 5 super easy poses that will make your family photos feel effortless, natural, and full of real emotion. No more stiff, awkward shots. And the best part, you don't need a fancy camera. Just your iPhone and just your iPhone and these simple posing tricks. So grab your phone, gather your favorite people, and let's capture some beautiful memories together. Now, before we dive into the poses, here's my number 1 rule and top tip. Instead of forcing a pose, focus on creating a moment. That means give your family something to do. Capture movement and real connection. And keep things playful and natural. When you do this, the poses happen organically, resulting in photos that actually feel like you and your family. Now, let's get into the poses. Let's start with one of my favorites, the walk and talk. This is the easiest way to get natural expressions because instead of worrying about the camera, you're simply focused on each other. Here's how to do it. Hold hands and walk together slowly. Ask your kids simple questions like, what was the funniest thing that happened that day? Capture the moment mid-laughter or when they turn to look at you. Now, here's an example and a side-by-side comparison. A standard family photo of us where we're standing still, posing, and looking at the camera versus a relaxed walk and talk shot. Big difference, right? And here's a pro tip. Have your photographer or use a tripod and camera timer. Take multiple shots as you walk to catch the best natural expressions. You can also shoot in burst mode so you don't miss the best expressions. And if you want to add even more magic to your shot, try playing with angles. For example, when my husband took a walk and talk photo of me and my son, he didn't just stand at eye level. He squatted down and framed us with beautiful flowers in the foreground. That small creative touch made the shot feel even more special. Next up, the Snuggle Stack. This one is perfect for capturing those warm, cozy, and affectionate moments that make family photos feel extra special. So here's how to do it. Sit or kneel close together. Have one person hug from behind while everyone else leans in. Whisper something silly or funny to get those natural giggles. You can even take turns whispering funny things or let your kids tell you what they want to eat or buy as a reward after the photo shoot. That's exactly what I did in this photo. And we ended up with so many genuine smiles and giggles, plus plenty of shots to choose from. And here's a comparison. A standard traditional sitting on a bench pose versus my son whispering his snack wish list in my ear. Such a big difference, right? The second one feels so much more natural, fun, and full of personality. And here's a pro tip. Keep a mental list or a note on your phone of jokes, silly questions, or things your kids love. Then when it's time for your next Snuggle Stack pose, you'll have the perfect little prompts to spark those big, genuine smiles. This one is for all the playful moms out there, or aunts or uncles. If your kids won't sit still, because let's be real, they never do. Lean into the movement and make it fun with lifts and twirls. Instead of trying to keep them still, embrace their energy. It makes for the best, most joyful photos. To do this, lift your child up in the air for a fun, candid shot. Spin them around, toss them up gently, or let them sit on your shoulders. Let them giggle, kick their feet, and just enjoy the moment. Those little reactions make the best photos. Now, here's a side-by-side comparison. My son looking bored with a traditional standing pose versus us absolutely loving the playful lifts and twirls. Well, mostly me. Big difference, right? The second one feels so much more alive and full of joy. And of course, a pro tip: use burst mode or live photo to capture the movement perfectly. This way, you won't have to worry about missing the best moment. You'll have a series of frames to choose from. This one is so simple but so powerful. Instead of the classic stand still and smile, let's make your photos feel more alive by adding movement and laughter. Hugs naturally create warmth and connection. But when you add a little playful tickling, you get instant genuine giggles that make your photos so much more natural. Kids won't feel like they're posing. They'll just be having fun, and that's when the magic happens. And here's how to do it. First, get in close, side by side, arms wrapped around each other, or even a big group hug. You can also try a hug from behind pose. It's perfect for toddlers who love to be held or carried. Next is to tickle gently. A little squeeze on the sides or a playful nudge will do the trick. Lastly, let them wiggle. Don't force anyone to stay still. Movement makes the moment feel real. Now let's talk about what made our hug and tickle shot extra magical: the golden hour glow. Not sure if you noticed, but in this photo, there's that soft, dreamy light in the background. That's because we took this shot right before sunset, about 15 to 30 minutes before the sun completely set. This time of the day is perfect for family photos because the light is warm, soft, and super flattering. And a bonus tip: switch to portrait mode to blur the background slightly and make the moment pop. It creates that beautiful depth of field effect that makes your subjects stand out while still keeping the background atmospheric and dreamy. Last but definitely not the least, the classic over-the-shoulder look. This pose is timeless and works beautifully with babies, toddlers, or even older kids hugging you from behind. It's effortless, sweet, and captures that beautiful bond between you and your little one. So here's how to do it. Hold your child on your hip or your back. Look back at the camera naturally, like you just turned around to catch a glimpse. And a bonus: you can also have your child kiss your cheek or whisper something in your ear for that extra heart-melting moment. Now, here's my side-by-side comparison. So again, a standard post shot versus our playful, natural, over-the-shoulder shot. And of course, a pro tip: for the best results, try this pose with soft, natural light behind you, beside you, or in front of you. It creates that beautiful, dreamy glow that makes the moment even more magical. And that is a wrap. 5 easy poses for natural, joyful family photos. No more stiff, awkward shots, just real, beautiful moments captured effortlessly. Now, before you grab your phone and start snapping away, here are a few bonus tips to make family photos stress-free and fun. Bonus tip number 1: if your kids won't cooperate, let them take the first photo. Hand them your phone and then let them take a few pictures. And then ask them to pose as well. They'll feel involved and way more excited to be in front of the camera. Honestly, some of their shots might surprise you. Check out these ones my 5-year-old took. Not bad, right? Bonus tip number 2. Instead of asking them to say cheese, make it fun. Ask them to tell a joke, whisper a silly secret, or look for a tiny fairy inside the camera lens. You'll get way more natural expressions. And most importantly, let go of perfection. The best family photos are not the ones where everyone is perfectly posed. They're the ones where you can feel the love, the connection, and the joy. Now, it's your turn. I challenge you to pick one of these poses, grab your phone, and try it today. Then share your photo on Instagram and tag me. I'd love to see what you create. And before you go, let me know in the comments what's your biggest struggle when taking family photos. I'd love to help. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss my next video. And if you want a full breakdown of how I polished and edited these adorable family photos, stay tuned for my editing tutorial coming soon. Or check out the description below if it's already published. Also, if you want even more family photography tips, check out my other video, What Not to Do When Capturing Beautiful Family Memories. It's packed with easy, stress-free photography tips that will help you avoid common mistakes. I'll see you there or in the next video. Bye for now.